Child custody in Australian family law. Introduction. Welcome to Lesson 4 on Australian family law. In this lesson, we will focus specifically on child custody and parenting arrangements in family law cases. We will delve into the legal principles, considerations, and processes involved in determining the best interests of the child when it comes to custody and visitation arrangements. 1. Best interests of the child. 1. Paramount consideration. The best interests of the child are the primary consideration in all decisions regarding child custody and parenting arrangements. 2. Factors considered. The court takes into account various factors when determining the child's best interests, including their age, wishes, relationship with parents, and any risks of harm or family violence. 1. Types of child custody. 1. Joint custody. In joint custody, both parents share the responsibility and decision-making for the child, and the child spends significant time with each parent. 2. Sole custody. In some cases, one parent may be granted sole custody, meaning they have primary responsibility for the child's care and decision-making. 3. Shared care. Shared care arrangements involve the child spending substantial and significant time with both parents. 1. Parenting plans and consent orders. 1. Parenting plans. Parents can create a parenting plan, a written agreement outlining the agreed-upon parenting arrangements. 1. Although not legally binding, parenting plans are generally respected and taken into consideration by the court. 2. Consent orders. Alternatively, parents can seek consent orders from the court, formalizing the agreed-upon parenting arrangements. 2. Consent orders are legally binding and enforceable. 1. Family dispute resolution and court proceedings. 1. Mediation. Family dispute resolution mediation is encouraged as the first step in resolving parenting disputes. 1. It involves both parents attending mediation sessions facilitated by a qualified mediator to reach an agreement. 2. Exceptions to mediation. Mediation may not be suitable in cases involving family violence, child abuse, or urgency. 2. In such situations, seeking court intervention may be necessary. 1. Court's decision-making process. 1. Assessing the child's best interests. The court assesses the child's best interests based on evidence presented, including the child's views, relationships with parents, and any risk factors. 2. Professional reports. In some cases, the court may order professional reports, such as family reports or expert assessments, to assist in determining the child's best interests. 3. Judicial discretion. The court has discretion to make parenting orders that it deems appropriate and in the child's best interests. Conclusion. This lesson provided an overview of child custody and parenting arrangements in Australian family law. We discussed the best interests of the child as the paramount consideration, different types of child custody, and the importance of parenting plans or consent orders. Understanding these concepts is crucial for navigating child custody disputes and ensuring the child's well-being is prioritized. Domestic violence and child custody in Australian family law. Introduction. Welcome to Lesson 4 on domestic violence and child custody in Australian family law. In this lesson, we will focus on the critical issue of domestic violence and its impact on child custody matters. We will explore how domestic violence is addressed in family law cases, the legal considerations, and the protection of the child's best interests. 1. Domestic violence and its impact. 1. Definition of domestic violence. Domestic violence encompasses various forms of abusive behavior, including physical, emotional, sexual, and financial abuse, as well as controlling and coercive behaviors. 2. Impact on children. Witnessing or experiencing domestic violence can have detrimental effects on children's emotional, psychological, and physical well-being. 1. The court's approach. 1. Safety as a priority. The safety of the child and victim of domestic violence is paramount in family law cases. 2. Best interests of the child. The court considers the best interests of the child when making decisions regarding child custody and parenting arrangements, taking into account any risks of harm, including domestic violence. 1. Legal protections and considerations. 1. Family violence orders. Victims of domestic violence can seek family violence orders (FVOs) to protect themselves and their children from further harm. 1. Breaching an FVO is a criminal offence. 2. Family Law Act 1975. The Family Law Act recognizes the significance of family violence and its impact on children, requiring the court to consider any allegations or evidence of family violence when determining parenting arrangements. 3. Primary consideration. The court must give greater weight to protecting the child from harm when family violence is present. 1. Assessing risk and safety. 1. Expert assessments. In cases involving allegations of domestic violence, the court may order expert assessments, such as family reports or risk assessments, to evaluate the level of risk to the child. 2. Parental capacity. The court assesses the capacity of each parent to provide a safe and nurturing environment for the child, considering any history of domestic violence or related concerns. 1. Parenting arrangements and supervision. 1. Safety considerations. Parenting arrangements must prioritize the safety and well-being of the child and victim of domestic violence. 1. In some cases, supervised visitation may be ordered to ensure the child's safety during contact with the abusive parent. 2. Intervention orders and parenting orders. The court can issue intervention orders alongside parenting orders, setting out specific conditions and restrictions to protect the child and victim from further harm. Conclusion. This lesson highlighted the crucial issue of domestic violence and its impact on child custody matters in Australian family law. We discussed the court's approach, legal protections, and considerations when addressing domestic violence in family law cases. Understanding these concepts is vital in safeguarding the child's best interests and ensuring their safety and well-being. In the next lesson, we will explore alternative dispute resolution methods and the importance of seeking professional advice in family law matters. Alcohol and child custody in Australian family law. Introduction. Welcome to Lesson 4 on Alcohol and Child Custody in Australian family law. In this lesson, we will focus on the important topic of alcohol abuse and its implications for child custody matters. We will explore how alcohol abuse is addressed in family law cases, legal considerations, and the protection of the child's best interests. 1. Alcohol abuse and its impact. 1. Recognizing alcohol abuse. Alcohol abuse refers to excessive or problematic consumption of alcohol that negatively affects an individual's health, behavior, and functioning. 2. Impact on children. Living with a parent who struggles with alcohol abuse can have adverse effects on a child's emotional, physical, and psychological well-being. 1. The court's approach. 1. Child's best interests. The best interests of the child are the paramount consideration in family law cases, including situations involving alcohol abuse. 2. Safety and well-being. The court prioritizes the safety, well-being, and protection of the child when making decisions about custody and parenting arrangements. 1. Legal considerations. 1. Evidence and assessments. The court considers evidence related to alcohol abuse, including documented incidents, witness statements, police reports, and professional assessments, to evaluate the impact on parenting capacity. 2. Parental capacity. The court assesses each parent's capacity to provide a safe and nurturing environment for the child, taking into account any history of alcohol abuse, its severity, and the efforts made towards rehabilitation or treatment. 1. Protecting the child's best interests. 1. Parenting arrangements. Parenting arrangements must prioritize the child's safety and well-being. 1. If there are concerns about alcohol abuse, the court may impose conditions such as supervised visitation or restricted access until the parent demonstrates sufficient rehabilitation and a stable, alcohol-free lifestyle. 2. Professional support. The court may require the parent with alcohol abuse issues to engage in rehabilitation programs, counseling, or therapy to address the problem and promote a healthy and safe environment for the child. 1. Ongoing assessment and monitoring. 1. Review and modification. If a parent's alcohol abuse situation changes or improves over time, they can seek a review or modification of parenting arrangements to reflect the positive changes and promote a healthy relationship with the child. 2. Continuing concerns. If ongoing alcohol abuse or relapse occurs, the court can reassess and adjust parenting arrangements to ensure the child's safety and well-being. Conclusion. This lesson provided an overview of alcohol abuse and its implications for child custody matters in Australian family law. We discussed the court's approach, legal considerations, and the protection of the child's best interests when alcohol abuse is a concern. Understanding these concepts is crucial in safeguarding the child's well-being and ensuring their safety in custody and parenting arrangements. In the next lesson, we will explore alternative dispute resolution methods and the importance of seeking professional advice in family law matters.